Welcome, welcome, dear Gemini, to your February tarot reading for the month of February 2022. Thank you so much for being here. This reading will be for anyone who has Gemini as their sun, moon, or rising sign. Remember that take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Not everything in the reading is going to be for everybody, and that's the way it's supposed to be. This month I am using the Gilded Tarot deck, Gilded Royale Tarot, excuse me. It's a beautifully colored deck. And I want to, as always, and I do this sometimes on video and sometimes off, so if you don't hear me do it, it's okay. Because I always ask for the messages to be clear and concise and for the highest good of all parties that will be viewing this video. And I ask that my deck of cards be blessed with all forms of love, light, and fabulousness. Okie dokie. Now my readings are a 5-card spread, and they have to do with the elements: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. So the first card that we're going to pull is going to be for earth, which is all about our resources. So tell us what's going to happen with our resources in the month of February for Gemini, please. And I only take cards that flip all the way over. Whoop, like that one, which dropped on the floor. It flipped over. And it is the Knight of Pentacles. Excellent for the Earth, because that is the Knight of Earth. So, the Knight of Pentacles. This is the guy who gets it done. So, for your resources, slow and steady wins the race. You're not going to be, winning the lottery maybe in the month of February. But you are going to be making slow and sure gains in all areas regarding your resources. This knight is dependable and reliable. So, and resources has to do with not only your money or your career, but also your friendships and your energy and all those things that really support you, right? So the Knight of Pentacles, that's a good sign for you, Gemini. I like that. Nice, solid beginning. Now let's take a look for the element of air. Oop. There we go. No, it didn't flip over. There's a whole bunch of cards that want to come out. And there goes another one on the floor. Apparently they all want to go to the floor. Okay. So for the element of air, which has to do with our thoughts, our thinking, our mind, and it also has to do with our communications with others, we have the Four of Cups. Now in the Four of Cups, you see that this person is sitting here and he's kind of daydreaming. He's got 3 cups already and he's being offered a 4th one. This card can sometimes show us that we are not aware of when there is, divine blessing being offered to us. We sort of are daydreaming about it. We're just kind of lollygagging, really. So you may have in the month of February some time, Gemini, where your thoughts are sort of all over the place. Maybe you're a little bit more dreamy than normal. And that's okay. We can have time for dreams. So I'm going to say that this is going to be really good, and also to allow yourself to look for the blessing or look for a thought or communication that is going to be really great for you. It is an offer, right? Okay, keep on the lookout for that in February. All right, now we have the element of fire. Bam, that turned over right away. The element of fire has to do with our passions and desires and our actions. And, dear Gemini, you have the 9 of Swords. Now, the suit of Swords talks about our thoughts. In the 9 of Swords, we have a card that is someone full of anxiety and worry, so much so that it keeps them up at night. So as far as your actions, you may be a little bit worried or anxious about actions that you're taking in the month of February. This card is telling us to know, just be a little cautious. Don't let your thoughts run away with you. Don't let your passions and actions run away with you either. Gemini, this means that you got to stop and think before you act. Okay, the element of water. Ooh, and there it goes. What do we got for water? We have the Star. The Star is a beautiful card. I love the Star. The element of water has to do with our emotions and feelings. And so the emotion that you're going to have for you in the month of February, Gemini, is that of hope, trust, truth, as well as thinking of the future, looking towards the future. Geminis are good at that because they're an air sign. I'm going to say that as far as your emotions go, you're going to be kind of future oriented. You're not really going to be dwelling about the past in the month of February. You're really going to be focusing on what the rest of 2022 is bringing you. There's also an element of balance in the star. She is pouring, from both of these pictures, right? And one is the physical realm and one is the spiritual realm. So Gemini, for you especially, think about ways in which you can balance the spiritual and the physical in your life in the month of February. All right, last element is that of spirit. And they're flying out, but they're not flipping over. Come on, dudes. All right. We have judgment. Now, the element of spirit, that's your higher self, right? That's your soul. What's your soul talking to you about? And so for the month of February, Gemini, we've got the Judgment card. Now, the Judgment card is the rebirth card, right? It's basically the angel Gabriel calling forth all of those souls who've already paid for their sins with their death, and they're rising to the next life, right? The afterlife. So it's a card of rebirth. It's a card where we leave the past behind. We don't dwell on it any longer. All of those things are done and over with. And we're moving forward into a new life, into new hope and new situation. It also is a reflective card that allows you to think about what lessons did you learn in what has just happened? What lessons did you learn in the past? And how can you utilize those as you move forward into the future? Okay, Gemini, overall a really, really good reading. I would say definitely be on the lookout for some offers, possibly of friendship in the month of February, and maybe even a love interest. If it is a love interest, I'm going to say he's the person, not he necessarily, but the person that comes to you is going to be possibly dark-haired and dark-eyed, and maybe more of the type to show, not tell how they feel. Okay, thank you so much, Gemini, for being here. If you feel that the reading resonates with you, please share it with your friends, hit the like button, and also subscribe so that you can receive future notifications when we have videos coming up at Mermaid Song Tarot. Many blessings.